Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mrs. Neni for giving us the opportunity to present the result of our discussion. We are from Group 2. I'm Fadila Serina Prahutri as the first speaker, and my friends Jasmine, Afif, Dewi, Areza as the next speaker. Here, we will discuss material about oral tests. Types of oral tests. Some type of oral tests that are highly specialized and that a teacher must pay attention to are: Number 1, oral question or oral response. Oral question with oral answers should be similar to question written for an easy test. The question can be question with per answer or limited answer. But it must be remembered that during class hour there are not many questions with a broad answer that can be asked. Number 1, oral question or written response test. The types of question with broad answer or limited answer, which were mentioned previously for the oral answer exam, can also be carried out orally if students are asked for written always. In this test, there are fewer questions because the student write more slowly than they speak. There are some circumstances where this form of test can be used as a substitute for an entirely written exam. Definition of oral test. Oral tests are tests that are carried out by holding direct question and answer between the student's teacher. The oral approach is often used by classroom teachers to evaluate their student. Number 3, oral performance tests. Oral performance tests are especially well adapted to speaking, drama, and English listening. Speaking and drama both emphasize verbal performance, and the quality of performance cannot be measured by written examination. Things to pay attention to in the oral performance test. Number 1, logical organization. Number 2, correct grammar. Number 3, good choice of words. Number 4, appropriate gesture. Number 5, good stage presence. Number 6, good relationship with listener.
Okay, next. Tohat 2003 61 in Fifi 2010 explained that oral texts are included in the group of verbal tests, namely tests of question and answer using spoken language. In terms of preparation, and how to ask questions, oral tests can be divided into two, namely a free oral tests, namely educator giving questions to students without using guidelines prepared in writing. B. Graded oral tests, namely educators use written guidelines about what will be asked of students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, my name is Putri Jasmine. I want to explain the next material about principles for using oral tests. Various principles that must be followed when using oral tests include, and the first one is the implementation of a skilled oral test needs to achieve good measurements. And the second, if the oral test is used for teaching or review purpose, no or little value is given on the test. And next, if only one question is given to an individual, the teacher must be careful to keep the level of difficulty of the question the same. or at least adjust the difficulty of the test to the student's ability. And the last is, although the assessment of oral tests is often subjective, teachers must try to avoid unnecessary external factors such as favoritism. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm Devi Van Hendry will explain the next material that is the advantages of the oral test. Purwanto 2006 added that oral tests as a teaching and learning evaluation tool have several advantages that are first, you can better assess someone's personality and content of knowledge because it is done face to face. Maksudnya yaitu kelebihan tes lisan ini yang pertama dapat menilai kepribadian dan isi pengetahuan seseorang karena dilakukan secara face to face atau secara langsung. And the second, if the answer is not clear, the examiner can change the question so that the answer understand the question. Jika jawabannya itu tidak dapat dijelaskan secara jelas, maka penguji bisa mengubah pertanyaannya sehingga penjawab bisa mengerti dan bisa menjawab pertanyaan tersebut. And the third, from the attitude and way of answering, the examiner can find out what is implied in addition to what is written. Maksudnya, dari sikap dan cara menjawabnya, penguji dapat mengetahui apa yang tersirat di samping yang tersurat. And the fourth is, examiner can dig into the content of someone's knowledge in detail and can find out which areas of what knowledge they like. Jadi, maksudnya penguji dapat mengorek isi pengetahuan seseorang sampai mendetail dan dapat mengetahui bidang mana yang dari pengetahuan itu yang disenangi oleh penjawab. And the next is to evaluate certain skills such as English and Indonesian. Jadi bisa untuk mengevaluasi skill tertentu, misalnya kemampuan bahasa Inggris atau bahasa Indonesia. And the last, examiners can immediately find out the result. Jadi, dalam tes lisan ini, penguji bisa segera mengetahui hasil dari skor yang didapatkan oleh penjawab pertanyaan tersebut. Thank you.
Okay, B. Disadvantages of oral test. If the relationship between the examiner and the person being tested is not good, it can be affect the objectivity of the test result. Number 2, the nervous nature of the person being tested can be interfere with the fluency of the answer given. Number 3, the question asked cannot always be the same for each person being tested. Number 4, testing group takes a long time, so it's not good. Economic. Number 5, the personality and the attitude of the examiner and his relationship with the person being tested allow for less objective result.